In this lesson, you will explore how to use object-oriented programming style elements by studying the Java math class methods. You will study and learn how to use the many math class methods including square root, power, absolute value, ceil, floor, the trig functions sine, cosine, and tangent, and the constant values pi and e. You will explore the Java documentation help file, or API, short for Application Programming Interface. Also, the use of static import statements for the system and math classes will be introduced. Labs include work with classic math functions including number line distance, coordinate plane distance, area and volume formulas for various geometric 2D and 3D figures, problems involving the use of ceil and floor, the Pythagorean theorem, quadratic formula, and the various trig functions. In previous lessons, several math class methods were introduced, including pow, returns the power given a base and exponent, square root, returns the square root of a value, pi, a fairly precise constant for pi, the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter, e, a fairly precise constant for e, the base of the natural logarithms. A complete definition of the math class can be found in the Java help files or external documentation, referred to as the Java API, Application Programming Interface. Here is the URL for the Java API. This is what the Java API looks like to begin with. Let's dive deeper and explore. In the bottom left frame, slide down until you find the math class and click to see the start of its definition shown below. Let's examine several features of the math class API. The math class belongs to the java.lang package. It is a descendant of, or extends, the java.lang.object class, which means it has inherited all its features and added a few more of its own. Here you can read an abstract or brief description of the class. Here you see the beginning of the listing of math class fields and methods, over 40 in all, including the constants e and pi, as well as the first few methods. In all API class listings, there are two main sections. The column on the left indicates the return type, or the type of data for the value returned by the method. The column on the right shows the field, or method name, along with any parameters required, and a brief description of it. The ABS method, an abbreviation for absolute value, is overloaded, or defined in several ways, to be able to handle 4 different data type parameters: double, float, int, and long. Notice the return type is the same as the parameter type for these methods. These are the parameters, and these are the return types. Notice in these method headers the return types match the parameter types. This is not always the case. Not all methods have matching return and parameter types. Most of the return types in the math class are of type double, and sometimes there are different and possibly multiple parameters. Just look carefully in the API for the method you want, take note of what parameters it requires, the return type, and then choose the one that fits your need.